Spider-Man, No Way Home. Meh, it's okay. The boy finally becomes a man at the end of the movie. There's your unspoiler version. Spoilers begin in 3, 2, 1. So, if you've listened this far, let's go into a little backstory about my history of the Spiderboy films. As most people know who's watched any of my reviews and all have anything to do with Marvel, I fell asleep during Spiderboy 1. Building collapsed on top of him, I woke up, he was on a plane. Never bothered trying to go back and finish that movie, or complete it. I did finish it, I did see the end, because I walked out when the credits started. People kept saying, "Why are you walking out? Why are you leaving?" It's like, because I'm done with this movie, I was bored. And then the second one, I was watching it on my phone in my car, or in a car. All the cars parked at the end of a driveway. That's how I work. And my server lost connection to the internet, and I couldn't finish the movie. I never bothered finishing it. The third one, why did I watch it if I didn't like the other two? Because it's supposed to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in it. I wanted to see how it was. I started the movie. Yep, it's a Spiderboy film, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It has the goofy humor, the no such thing as being serious, and it goes like that for an hour and 50 minutes. The Daredevil cameo is just that, a cameo. They could have had anybody play that part, like literally anybody, but they didn't. They pulled Charlie Cox in just to say that, hey, look, Daredevil exists in this universe still. They can't use the costume because they sold it. I guess they can make another one that looks similar to it. It's like Kingpin's in the Hawkeye show. And let's see. The music was fine. I mean, once Toby and Andrew showed up, it actually turned into a good movie. Like, if it wasn't an hour and 50 minutes worth of Spiderboy, MJ, and Ned, and Flash, and all their little buddies, it would have been a good movie. I mean, yeah, the villains are there, and William Dafoe, and I think Alfred Molina, whoever the heck you say the guy's name that plays Dr. Octopus. Yeah, they bring the show up a little. They bring the movie up a little. Because, yeah, Jamie Foxx, he can do better. He's done better. He is a much better actor. He is a good actor, Jamie Foxx. It's just Electro is not a good character. He's just not. So yeah, Jamie Foxx is a good quality actor. He's one of the best ones in Hollywood working currently. But just Electro, for some reason, he just can't play him. It's not a good role. Either they don't write it, or that version of Max from the Amazing Spider-Man world is just not a good role. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I did not really watch the entirety of this movie, as I said. It's an hour and 55 minutes into this thing, it's all Spiderboy all the time. I skipped around the Spiderboy film, portion of the film, until Andrew popped in. That's when I actually started watching the film, and I watched it completely. Except for some of the action scenes, like I hit skip 10 seconds every now and again. For some reason with these Marvel films now, the action moments just seem to drag to me. And yeah, it's a Spiderboy film because somehow Spiderboy beats Doctor Strange because of math. Yeah, crap. Although there is hope for the Spiderboy films moving forward. Or Spider-Man, I should say, because he does become Spider-Man at the end of the film. MJ and Ned are gone. Flash is gone. Nobody knows who Peter Parker is, even though there's digital files of him and like the digital video of him jumping and waving. There's video of Mysterio saying Peter Parker is Spider-Man. It's like, yeah, they don't know who Peter Parker is. They would know that, hey, Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker. I mean, yeah, I get it. Aunt May's dead, so what's the big deal? It's not like anybody is to lose anymore. So yeah, he could just come out and say, hey everybody, my name's Peter Parker and I go by Spider-Man. That's my made-up name. Because he has no one really to lose anymore. But they won't do that because the whole secret identity thing. Well, if there is somebody he cares about at some point in the future. But yeah, if you want to know what Daredevil does, he's Peter's lawyer and he catches a brick that's thrown through his window. And it's really dumb that they had people hate Spider-Man in this continuity of the Marvel Universe, of the MCU. Because think about it. At this point, Spider-Man has saved the universe from Infinity War and more the same. Those two films, he saved the world. Everyone knows it. He's in the dumb Rogers musical. Spider-Man's there. So they know he's a hero. They know he did all this stuff. But yet they hate him. I mean, I can see the terrorists from Winter Soldier hating him because, oh, we had to give up our nice houses and our jobs and our places and all that stuff we got for free because, half the population disappeared and we got to move in. And these people came back. Now we got to give it all back because, it wasn't their fault that they were basically killed. But they came back to life. And obviously it's not fair for us to keep their family home or some car that means the world to them because, well, we wanted it. We got it. We've had it for the last 5 years. It's ours now. No. You just got it for free. And yeah, I can see people not wanting to go back to their own countries and that. Okay, so go to make cheap livable housing for them in the areas there's nothing there. Like, okay, you'll no longer live in New York, but you'll live in buttfuck Montana in a nice complex they're building there for all you guys. And you're gonna have your own little city there. Call it Blipsville, or whatever you want to call it. The people who people like to come into America because they needed people. Well, you know what? Everybody came back. I'm not saying kick them out like they did in Winter Soldier. Help them make their own place to stay. I'm not saying they can keep, the Stark Mansion, because that belongs to Tony, obviously. He should get it back. I'm not saying they disappeared. Okay, fine. Peter. Not saying that Parkers should not get their family home back. But the people who got to live there shouldn't be kicked out of the country either. It's one of those type of situations. But I can see those people hating them because those people hate the superheroes. They hate everybody. They blew up a hospital. Which is why Walker isn't a bad guy. He's actually the hero of that show. Because he killed a terrorist. Which you're supposed to do as a soldier. So I can see them hating Spider-Man, but for all the people of the city to hate him, it's like, didn't he bring you assholes back to life? Imagine the people of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe turning on Spider-Man that way. You can't. They loved him. And that was just him by himself. There are some funny moments about, I was in the Avengers. That's great! What are the Avengers? Because in Sam Raimi's universe, there's just Peter, and Doctor Strange is there, because you listen to Spider-Man 2. Doctor Strange, it's taken. So he's there. And in Amazing Spider-Man universe, I'm guessing he's alone. Because I know the Fox X-Men exist in their own little thing. Their own little fucked up reality. Would I watch the movie again? Probably not. Unless I had the DVD and I could skip to the scene where Andrew and Toby come out of the ring area, which I didn't know that Ned is actually supposed to be Hobgoblin, just a young version of him. Some reviewers pointed out to me. Because before I watched the movie, I did watch a few spoiler reviews, see if I even wanted to watch it. Because originally I was planning on actually going to see this movie in the theaters, because for me, even though the tickets are free, it's a whole event to go to the movies where I live. Because the movies are about a half hour out away, and it's a long ass thing. I usually end up playing my whole day around going to movies. So I'm going to go drive that far, I might as well go to lunch and all this other stuff. So I wanted to make sure I wanted to see this movie. So I watched a couple spoiler reviews. Well, Randolph said that, okay, Toby and Andrew are just cameos. Okay, so I didn't feel like I need to watch it. I downloaded it to see if I could see their cameos, and ended up being they were in the movie longer than Woke Randolph said. Not as long as they should have been, because it should have honestly been Spiderboy does something stupid or he goes on the run, and those two and his two friends try to find him. They go to Doctor Strange for help. he sends out for looking for Peter, and the other two come through. And Wanda did this, and that goes off, and you cure the Spider-Man arc, and you go into Doctor Strange too, and Wanda did all this, something like that, and had Tobey and Andrew in the entirety of the 2-hour movie. Well, longer than that, because it's like 2 hours and like 40 minutes, something like that. However long it is, because those guys are only in the last 50 minutes of it, and it's like an hour and 55 minutes before those guys show up. Music was fine, although there's a funny note with the music of this movie. The soundtrack was pirated online a couple weeks before this movie released. And the person who uploaded it deleted the track name so there'd be no spoilers. If you look at the soundtrack, there is not a single thing of the official names of these songs that will spoil anybody in the movie besides if you haven't watched the first 2 trailers. You know Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus are going to be in this movie. There's nothing in there like, will the real Spider-Man please stand up, or something like that, where it's like, enter Toby, or enter Andrew, or something like that. So there's nothing spoilery in this in the music. It's just those people that, I only want to watch the trailers. I want to go in and have an open mind, be completely surprised by everything. Yeah. And I know some people will probably say, if you don't like these MCU movies, why do you keep watching them? I have a love-hate relationship with this stuff. Like, I used to love these films. I don't understand why I started hating them. I guess I just got bored of them and grew up or something. Because it's not like it's the car accident where I hit my head and all that stuff happened. Because Infinity War happened before the accident. I mean, it could partially be a little bit of the MCU fanboys who go nuts and say how horrible DC is, and I look at these movies and like, they're exactly the same quality, at least to me. It's like the Thor films, and the Ant-Man, and Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel, and all that, I would put on the same level as Green Lantern that everybody hated. I mean, yeah, obviously Winter Soldier is better. Civil War is not. Civil War is Green Lantern level. Because Civil War really should have been called Avengers 2.5 or something like that. Because that was not a Captain America solo film. It was the Avengers. It was Captain America with the Avengers. It's like, so basically, he's not really in that film that much. Well, he is. He's mostly in the film, but you know what I'm saying. It's not really a solo film. It's like the Spiderboy films. It's never really been a solo. He's never really. This is his first solo film, and it's not really a solo film because there is other characters in there, but they're all Spider-Men. It's like first one he had Iron Man. He's on even that much. He still helped out over the entire movie. The second one, he had Nick Fury, which I guess he doesn't really count. But, he was the main character in that one, from what I saw, because obviously, as I said, I never finished it. Him and the Asian guy were arguing over, who gets to sit next to him, or, the Asian guy was talking about how him and Mary Jane, he likes MJ, and no, Peter likes MJ, something like that, along those lines. No. Peter had just gotten the glasses, and he was on the bus, and he had the thing want to kill that kid, the kid who was trying to sleep with MJ. That's when the movie died. He had just taken it out. And that's when the drone out, and that's when it ended, for me at least. But yeah, I expect maybe one day I may like one. It's like Ragnarok. I watched it pirated. I didn't go to the theaters. I watched it pirated on my phone. I liked it. It was better than the other Marvel films up to that point. I haven't watched it since because I don't really feel the need to. But it was better. It was like a C. It wasn't a D. It wasn't D level to me. It was C level. Marvel just gets D's because, everybody saw how great these things are, and, I want to be the voice of reason. I have to give them a lower rating just because of that. Even though critically I would give them all C's, for the most part. I give them mostly D's just because I'm not the fanboy. I can't love these things. Although, Shane-Craft was garbage. That was a horrible film. Just making sure this thing's recorded. I tried to record this thing like 4 different times now. I got that dumb little thing pissed me off last night a lot. And I tried walking outside, but there was a lot of wind, and no one really cares. No one watches these things. I can literally say whatever the fuck I want, because no one watches this channel. So anyways, thanks for watching. The 1 or 2 people that actually do, and see you next time. Oh yeah, I give the movie a C-, and I'll probably get it on Black Friday next year the same way I got, what do you call it? Unless they come out with a steelbook that has Toby on it, or Andrew on it, then I'll get that one. But I'll probably just end up getting the film on like DVD on Black Friday next year for $10 like I did with Black Widow this year. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.